Hello, everyone. We're actually recording this discussion during the Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, which is from the 13th of May. And I think it's really important to shine a light on the pressures of working in this sector and the impact that can have on our mental health. It is extremely stressful and unrelenting work. So it's so important to pace ourselves and keep well. So we felt this was a really good time to speak to Sophia Royce, who is the animal welfare consultant to Animais da Rua in Portugal. And I hope I said that right.
You did.
Hello, Sophia. Thank you very much for joining us. Can you tell me a little bit about your organisation and the people that you work with?
Yeah, thank you so much, Vicky, for this opportunity. So Animais da Rua is a 15-year-old Portuguese nationwide animal welfare organization that mainly implements TNR programs throughout the country. And we have an amazing team of around 200 volunteers and 5 people working full-time with us.
That's lovely. So I'm sure you'll agree, working with unowned cats is a stressful job. And that's whether it's running a TNR program like you do or working in a homing centre or shelter environment. And I think it can easily take its toll. But you and your organisation have decided to support each other by engaging in regular group counselling sessions. So can you tell us something about this?
Yeah, sure. So last year, after some meetings, we realized that the team was struggling to make difficult decisions, like deciding whether to euthanize an animal or not. And I realized that those choices were devastating to them. So we really needed to make something in order not to lose the team, and at the same time to find tools to deal with these situations that obviously modulate your behavior and which can have a marked impact and influence in our lives and well-being. So we started the group sessions a year ago, and it has been such an amazing experience so far.
And you do this with a professional external counsellor, do you?
Yeah, of course we do. We work with an amazing team of they are occupational psychotherapists, I think so. But they are very well prepared for work with different organizations.
Okay. And how easy was it for you all at the beginning to talk about these things to each other and to the counsellor? Sorry about Elsie. Sorry.
Yeah, and in the beginning, it was not that easy. I must confess, because as you know, of course, the animal welfare world is a very peculiar world. But with time, we started to feel more comfortable while talking to the counselor and with each other, without fearing others' reactions, let's say. So we could share our feelings, our fears, our difficulties, and I think we understood each other's concerns. So it worked really well.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's really hard because you feel if you're going to say something that means somehow you're not coping in some way, that people will judge you for that. And creating that safe space where you can say, I'm really struggling, I'm finding these decisions very hard, or I'm finding the work stressful. It's quite something to find that safe space, isn't it? And so without going into too much detail, because obviously these things are highly confidential within the remit of the group, but what kind of things did you find you were able to talk about? Did you talk about specific cases, or did you talk about feelings?
Everything. In fact, the sessions, as I mentioned before, they are really well prepared by our therapists, who are professionals, who are occupational psychologists. So we do many more things than just talk. But of course, we discuss specific cases, and everyone can have a word on it and can help their teammate overcome the weight of that decision. But I think we also talk about many other topics related to work and to our life in general.
Well, that's really nice. And as a whole group, has everybody benefited from doing this? I mean, what do you feel has changed in your working lives?
So, in fact, it gave us support that we needed. I would say that it changed the way we communicate as a team. We started to share everything without filters. Let's say we really need. I know now that we really needed to talk more, to share more, and that was only achievable after we realized that we need to open ourselves to the team and solve this together as a group. So mental health is one of the most important things to take care of, and I already had the personal experience of therapy, which I must confess that is essential for me. So I wanted the team to experience the feeling of belonging to a group where people care about each other and about all the problems that can put yourself in a difficult situation. But I think that understanding others' perceptions was really important for the team. So we do respect others' challenges in a more comprehensive way. We are much more connected now, and we really know that we are not alone in this cruel world where horrendous decisions have to be made every single day.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know that when I talk to people in this sector, and I say, how are you coping? Because it's really stressful. A lot of people feel that they cannot say if they're not coping, and
Mm-hmm.
the idea of having some sort of psychological support is really frowned upon. I don't need it. I've been doing this for a long time. So what would you say to those people who would be resistant to this?
Well, I would recommend, of course, 100% therapy. And depending on the needs and on the difficulties, there are many different disciplines of psychology, of therapy to look for. So maybe you should start from the basics, because I wasn't sure in the beginning. I do understand the fear, because I also wasn't sure in the beginning about my team's perception of therapy. So we started very, very slowly, baby steps, and suddenly it turns into something very focused, very serious, but at the same time very helpful session. So I would recommend 100%.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think the message to everyone is this is a very stressful job, and if we're going to do the best we can for cats, actually we do have to take care of ourselves, and that means both physically and mentally. So in the Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK, this is very uppermost in our mind, that we need to look after ourselves and our colleagues to get through what is a challenging role. So it's been lovely as always to talk to you, Sophia. So give my very best to your team. Keep doing what you're doing. And goodbye, everyone. We'll speak again soon.
Thank you.